You're watching Golden Boot TV. I'm here with ex-Tottenham, Newcastle and Birmingham captain Stephen Carr. And may I also just add that we're feeling very honoured because Stephen doesn't usually do interviews, so thank you.
Am I doing an interview?
You are. Did you not know?
No.
And how's life treating you as a retired footballer?
Not too bad. Living in Spain, enjoying the good life, getting involved in different things. So yeah, you move on from football. Other things pop up, and it's very enjoyable.
And what made you move to Spain following retirement?
Obviously getting involved with Rob and other people in the Sala. That was a big thing coming here. But I think for the children as well, I have 2 kids, so to move to this climate, what they have on the doorstep, it's an amazing life.
And how did you get into the restaurant business?
Well, because of that trusty agent you're talking about, Rob. I took it's a gamble, you know what I mean? It was something different. You never know what can happen. Luckily, it's turned out really well for us. It wasn't something I ever thought I'd be involved in, but now that I'm involved in it and I see how it works, it's quite amazing what it takes to take a restaurant forward.
Did you ever think about maybe playing football in Spain for La Liga?
No, to be honest, when I finished the way I felt, I knew my time was up. But now I can't play football. I'm always warned not to even try play 5-a-side, right? And it's not good for me the way my knees are. So you got to move on. I had my time, and it's other people's time to take them opportunities.
And what about before you retired? Did you ever think maybe you'd play in Spain or didn't fancy it?
The opportunity never really came, to be honest, so it was never something I thought about. I love the English football. Yeah. I do like watching some of the Spanish football. It's different, but I don't think it gets what the tempo of the English football and the atmosphere in the grounds.
Yeah.
So it was what I was accustomed to, and I really enjoyed.
And what was the best moment in your career?
It's hard. Obviously, getting the international cap. Winning the cup with Tottenham, make me debut for Tottenham, win the cup with Birmingham after coming out of retirement was quite special, something that I could never see. Had times at Newcastle, some good and some bad, but all good experiences, all different. But after Tottenham, I never thought I'd have the enjoyment of what I got with Birmingham, because I felt really at home there, which Newcastle, it was just so different for me. With Tottenham, at 15 I left, you know what I mean, to go there, and then Birmingham I moved back across from Ireland again to play football, which I didn't think that would happen. So it's quite unique. There's different things, you know what I mean? It's very hard to put just on one.
And before signing with Spurs, did you ever have a chance to sign for another club?
Yeah, I could have signed for Arsenal, but Arsenal them days was quite different to what Tottenham was under Venables. And even with George and all them days, and I know George went on to management, and absolutely, he was one of my best managers I've ever had. But Tottenham was just so relaxed, and me coming from Dublin, it just fit in perfect. So that made me mind up, to be honest.
And what was the worst moment of your career?
Getting relegated at Tottenham.
It
was terrible. I could not. I remember looking at my boy after, bawling his eyes out, and it was painful. It shouldn't have happened. It happened. Obviously, it was through no fault of our own. We didn't get the results we needed, and we had enough time to get them. But to go back to where it started football and get relegated there was quite difficult to take.
And how did you bounce back from that?
Well, to be honest, after that, I seemed to get more injuries then with my knee. It went downhill. I think after that, nearly my career was over. I didn't seem to. I had great times at Birmingham, but I didn't seem to ever get near them again. I got more injuries with my knee as ever, 14 months, so I never really, that was probably one of my last good experience with Birmingham, playing in the Premier League. It was quite strange, actually.
And do you have any regrets from your career?
No. Things didn't work out very well at Newcastle for me. People can say different things why. I was injured every season, which doesn't help. You never get going. But that's all about experience of life. That don't always work out. You have to move on. And then, as I say, Birmingham came after that, and I had a great experience. That's just football.
Yeah. And who's the best manager that you played under?
I think it's a mixture of Glenn Hoddle and George Graham. Both of them have so different ways, but the mixture of them is just perfect. Great training, wants to play a lot of football, but then the discipline of George Graham, and for a defender, it's great to be able to improve on them.
Yeah. And have you seen them since retirement?
Yeah, I see George now and again. He comes out to Spain a bit, he just be in the restaurant. I see him, still have a good relationship. Really nice man. But I haven't seen Glenn around, it's mainly George.
Is it the same kind of relationship or completely different from when you were playing with him? Playing on
No,
the
I don't really have a George, to be fair. He wasn't that big disciplinary man what people think he was. I don't know whether he just mellowed later on in his years. Probably was like that early on, but I have a lot of respect for him. I mean, he's a really nice man to speak to. Quite interesting man. He's had some career himself as a player and as a manager. So, no, he's really easy to talk to.
And did you have a best friend in football throughout your career?
Yeah, it's hard. With Ireland at Keno, with Ireland and Tottenham at Duffer, with Newcastle in Ireland, Shay Given, Scott Parker was really good friends, Lee Bowyer. There's a few, Ben Foster, Roger Johnston, Barry Ferguson. Birmingham had a really good crew of people. But people that really speak, there's only 4 or 5 players. Obviously, Bentley now is a bit more of a friend than he used to be because he's here. Yeah. But no, I think you only have a little small batch of real friends from that. So I'd probably have 6 max.
And who's the best player that you ever played with?
Yeah. It would be Ginola, Keane, and I think they're the best two, Ginola and Keane.
And the best that you've faced?
I've been involved in games against France. We played against Zidane, Figo, Giggs, Ronaldo. It's so hard to pick. They're just all special players. I think Zidane's the best player I've seen up close on the pitch. But then you can't go against the records of what Ronaldo and Giggs have done and what Ginola was like when he's at Tottenham and Newcastle.
And if there's any one player that you could have played with, past or present, who would it be? Never thought about this one.
No. I'd say it'd be Zidane.
How do you stay fit now that you're not waking up and playing football every day?
Because I love fitness, so I still do the gym, I still go out on bike rides. I've always loved fitness, I always trained before I trained. So it was something that gave me a buzz, it wasn't something that I just had to do. I see players who they come in, they train, they go home, they don't do anything extra, they don't want to do anything before it, but that was never me. I enjoyed doing everything. So for me, I need to still get that buzz going to the gym, the feeling you get from it. It's quite simple for me, to be honest.
Is this part of the regime?
Yeah, tonic water with lime.
Has it got a bit of gin in it?
No, no. Nope.
Oh, it's gone to your head. Right, so did you ever have a ritual when you were playing, and what's the weirdest one that you ever saw?
I used to actually, early on, when you were younger, I used to only wear short sleeve first half and long sleeve second half. It was a habit I got into. I used to get my car cleaned before every game. I couldn't go with a dirty car. I hated it. It didn't feel right. Other people, no, I've heard the stories of people on the bus counter, lampposts and different things. Very weird, I know. Football's very superstitious people. I think sports people are. And if you get into a habit and you do well with it, it just seems to stick.